Thank you, Julian. I've now revised that. I call myself an accidental poet because sometimes I write things that might actually be verse. When Julian started this project, I thought, okay, I'll write one thing and then Julian will go away and he won't bother me anymore. But no, he didn't stop. He sent a prompt every single day. So, because this was the first thing I wrote, I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to read something that I wrote later on. So, this is it. My Malaysia is melting like a chendol in the sun. Red bean, green strands, yellow corn drift sadly apart at the bottom of this melting pot. The chendol uncle, he is gone. His kids opened a franchise in Melbourne, or maybe Milwaukee. Where's the Muhibah I used to know? Mana, oh mana negaraku. I stir the slush. I miss you, love. Now, you won't even take a sip from my bowl. This next one is called The Elephant in the Room because, you know, we Malaysians are very good at not talking about things. So, let's hope I've got my pages numbered correctly. Yes, I do. Okay, here goes. What is this elephant doing here? And who left it in the middle of the room? If you have an elephant, the least you can do is take care of it and not leave it lying around for other people to trip over. That's just inconsiderate. These elephants, they are everywhere. You have yours, I have mine, her, him, they all have theirs. Shh, tread carefully. It's a minefield of elephants in here. People talk about Schrödinger's cat, but have you ever thought, what if it was an elephant instead? If you leave a room with an elephant in it, is it still there? Just think of it, walking into a room and never knowing if the there, not there elephant is waiting to... How do you know if an elephant's been in your fridge? Paw prints in a cheesecake. Some people think that's funny. Maybe we should keep our elephants in the fridge. But if your fridge is full of elephants, where are you going to keep your beer? Oh, cannot talk about beer. Beer is not our culture, so we'll go back to the elephants. Some people are real dumbos about elephants, like those deluded men of Hindustan. They will insist that their elephant is not an elephant at all. It's a wall, a tree trunk, a rope, and then they hang themselves every time. But let's not be prejudiced here. You can't blame Indians for everything. And it's not just oppressed, colonized, visually impaired Hindustanis who are unable to cope with the size, dimensions, and scope of their elephants and can't see them for what they actually are. What color is your elephant? We have far too many white elephants, I think. We put them on pedestals. Holy. Follies that cost too much. And now we can't afford to maintain them. And we daren't get rid of them. But maybe we should. You think that's dogmatic? Let sleeping dogs lie? Okay, let's leave the dogs out of it. We can't talk about that. Personally, I like pink elephants. Imagine that, tiny pink elephants, hippity-hoppity around the room in an endless parade. But to see them, you need to drink a lot of... yeah, it's in the fridge. Help yourself. Got rid of the elephant. Don't touch my cheesecake. How many elephants can you fit in a country? 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Some people think that's funny too. But it's so hot, and you can't leave the engine running and the aircon on. The car will overheat. And you can't leave your elephant in the street. You will kena saman for sure. So I don't blame you for bringing the elephant into the room. So how about we set some ground rules? If you bring an elephant into the room, you need to be mature about it. You have a duty to look after it all the time, not just when you feel like it. And you need a giant pooper scooper. Bring that with you too. And most of all, don't leave it lying around for unwary folk to walk into, because who knows what will happen if we ever actually addressed the elephant in the room.